My favorite shoe of 2022 is not the reimagined, lost and found Chicago Jordan 1. It's also not a hype collaboration with Ama Manier, Travis Scott, Joe Fresh Goods, none of that. No shade to anybody if that's your sneaker of the year. That's great. I own some of those shoes. They're fire. But my sneaker of the year was not a hard to obtain limited sneaker at all. If I'm honest, this year I didn't even purchase enough shoes to make a full top 10 list, which is healthy and troubling depending on who you ask. Personally, I like to make my end of the year list based off of shoes that I actually own, because I feel like if I like the shoe enough, I'll buy them. So if I didn't buy it, then why would I put it on a best of the year list? But I fell in love with this shoe so much, I wore it every day, and it made a substantial amount of my collection obsolete. It's collecting dust, and I've even been thinking about selling some of them. So let's go. What's going on, everybody? My name is Armand Wake Up. This is Model Ministry. I'm a communicator, a curator, and a connector, and men's fashion is one of the places that I make video content for. So if you're into healthy discussions about this expensive hobby of ours, make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're new. However, if you're not new, you know that this is one of the first Model Ministry videos I've made in a long time. To sum it up, I got burnt out. My Model Ministry Instagram page is inactive. I don't post on there anymore. Any of my fashion content is on my primary Instagram, which is at Armand Wake Up. You can follow me there, but we'll get into all those details in another video. Let's talk sneakers. I would say that 2022 was pretty underwhelming for sneakers as a whole, in my opinion. However, I will say my favorite thing was seeing how many of these OG Jordan gems that hadn't been released in 20 years, they were super easy to get. So you had your Fire Red 3s, your Citrus 7s, your Cardinal 7s more recently, Green Bean 5s. My favorite general release Jordan of this year, the Midnight Navy 6s. Many of those shoes sat in malls and boutiques. They restocked online several times, and if you wanted a pair, you were able to get them in some instances under retail. But we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about my favorite shoe of 2022, and that is the New Balance 1906R. So New Balance has been killing it the last few years. With the rise in popularity of the dad shoe, the dad aesthetic. You had the Yeezy 700, the Nike Air Monarchs had a run, but New Balance was able to take the baton and run with it. I would say it's because they did a great job of modernizing that dad aesthetic. So they've got timeless silhouettes like the 990s, V4, V5. They recently came out with the V6s, 992s, 993s, 997s, just killing it. They also released new interesting silhouettes, your 327s, your 9060s, your 2002Rs. They did different collaborations with designers like Joe Fresh Goods, Salehi Benberry. They did something with Jaden Smith. They worked with different boutiques like Concepts, Bodega. The protection pack also garnered a lot of positive attention. So they're just building momentum and just doing a great job. But the 1906R dropped this year as far as I know, and they released to very little fanfare. There wasn't a big to-do about them, you know what I'm saying? This black, gold, metallic silver, and gold colorway initially caught my eye, so I pulled the trigger. And I have to say the experience straight out of the box was very enjoyable. Listen, y'all know me, I'm not the technical guy. There are plenty of YouTube channels where you can go and get a breakdown of the shoe. I'm not that guy, sorry. A major factor of my fashion sense is feel and experience. You know, how do I feel while I'm wearing it? Does this make me feel confident? Does this kind of trigger, you know, some creativity or something? Also, in my experience, how does this impact my day-to-day? I'm a married father of 4, so I'm always problem solving. I'm leading my home. I'm doing a bunch of different things, and I don't want to be uncomfortable, and I want to be able to focus on taking care of my responsibilities. So my fashion blends into that. and it's very important to me. So straight out of the box, the 1906s are super comfortable. And I think that's primarily due to the cushioning of the shoe. Again, I don't know what is in there. I don't know. I just know when I put them on, they're mad comfortable. Also, the upper is a primarily mesh material, which makes it extremely breathable. However, I've worn these in Midwest summers and Midwest winters, and my foot never feels either too hot or too cold. Also, the metallic silver is far and away my favorite part of the shoe from a design aspect. It just brings everything together. It's fire. And I just ended up wearing these every day. They solve a huge problem for me simply due to the fact that they go with everything. I can spend way more time than I need to finding the right shoe for whatever I want to wear that day. And the fact that these go with everything solves that problem, so I can use that time, that energy, I can get that back, and I can dedicate it to, one of the things that I have to do during the day. They're also interesting enough to, draw a little bit of attention when I'm out in public, the same way that a hype shoe would, but they're a little more inviting. Here's the thing about men's fashion that people don't really talk about. Sometimes when somebody has like a super hype or a super rare shoe, some people are intimidated by that, and that's not really fashion. You know what I'm saying? Like, a huge aspect of fashion to me is community, and I want to be able to point something out in someone and say, hey, that's fire, that's dope, where'd you get that from? And that sparks a conversation, develops a relationship, and who knows, what that becomes. So because these are interesting enough to draw attention, but also it's not like this is a $2,000 off-white Travis Scott whatever. So people my age are interested in them. So they want to know, it's a New Balance. Is it comfortable? This looks different, looks kind of new, sleek. That's fire. But then also the metallic silver, the gold, some of the other aspects, some of the youths, some of the kids come up to me and say, yo, that's a hard shoe. I love these so much. I ended up buying a second pair, this off-white, fake age sale creamish colorway. And I expect to get those off more in the summer months, warmer months. One of the things that I recently bought and I'm planning on incorporating into my wardrobe are denim shorts. I'm getting my Stone Cold Steve Austin on, you know what I'm saying? And in my head, I just see those pairing really well with each other. And that's another reason why this is one of my favorite shoes this year. They actually make me excited to wear and try different things. They stir up my creativity. You know what I'm saying? And that's a major factor in my fashion currently because, listen, I have more clothes than I need. I have all my basics. I'm good. So my next phase is trying new things. And if I have something in my closet that stirs up ideas to pair them with other things that maybe I don't have or that are interesting or even that are outside of my typical wheelhouse, that's exciting to me right now. So these stay by the door. I have not put them back in the box since I bought them. I can put these on to go run errands. I've worn these on date nights. When I want to get dressed up and get fly, get fresh, throw a fit together, they fit into all three of those scenarios and more. And that's super, super, again, very important to me. So in closing, the New Balance 1906R is my shoe of the year for the following reasons. Number one, accessibility. It's a GR. I'm sure you can go to newbalance.com, go to a New Balance store, and you can pick them up. Wearability is also important to me. Straight out the box, it's just a very enjoyable experience. They solve a problem for me. I don't have to spend more time than I need to trying to figure out which shoes go with this outfit that I'm wearing for the day. Comfort, they're super comfortable and they're exciting for me to pair with different things and try new things and incorporating things into my closet. Now I'm already starting to see these draw a little more attention from sneaker platforms and blogs. So by this time next year, into 2023, I do not expect these to be underrated. If I put my Clarkstradamus hat on, I see a collaboration with someone completely blowing these up and just kind of taking them into that hyped sphere. I really liked the This Never That collab that came out earlier this year. I really like that Cordura pack, I think is what it's called, particularly the olive colorway. I missed out on the Supreme Nike Shocks from a few months back. Reselling my size is just ridiculous. So these are a worthy, I guess, consolation of sorts, but in some cases, these might be better than those. So that does it for today's video. Let me know what you think if you own a pair of 1906s. If this video maybe convinced you to get a pair, let me know what your experience is. Leave a comment. Also, let me know what your shoe of 2022 is. A lot came out this year, and though my opinion is one way, obviously everybody doesn't share that, and that's totally cool. Let me know what your shoe of the year is. And finally, my request is that you would like and engage with this video. You know, the YouTube algorithm loves engagement, so that in turn will motivate me to want to do more videos because I see this is what you like. My name is Armand Wake Up. This is Model Ministry. And until next time, thanks for watching.